Well, hey ManCavians, this is Bob for DaBob's N-Scale Man Cave. Today, it's basically a blog. I'm not really going to show you any trains. I'm not going to show you any train show stuff. We're just going to sit here and talk. Why? Well, I've had a break. Not a breakthrough, but just took a break. And you haven't seen anything new from me since, Thanksgiving time frame. And why haven't you seen anything from me? Well, a lot of things were going on. A lot of work issues. The holidays seem to get in the way. I start building stuff and I'm making videos for that, and I just kind of got tired of making videos because I had all these other things going on. And so the stresses of the holidays and some work just kind of took its toll, and I put things off. Now I'm kind of getting back into it a little bit, and I actually kept myself busy. I made a bridge, and that bridge video is going to be coming out shortly, so I got to put that together. It's just the one video, but it's a beautiful bridge in my opinion. And then I started working on the other phases of phase 3 of my layout, moving into the other part of the house. The other 2 living rooms that I have, living room, dining room / living room, fireplace room. It's kind of weird, but 2 living rooms, let's just say. And so I just didn't record a lot of that stuff. I will do a layout video for you to show you what I've done so far up to that point. And I've got some interesting things that I've put together that you're probably thinking, I didn't think that would work. Bob did it. It must work. But I won't show that until I prove that it works over some time, But we'll see. We'll see. You guys can get it out of me if you want. But anyway, one of the things that has kind of taken me away from YouTube and making videos right now is I'm kind of losing a friend of mine. He's moving away. You probably know who I'm talking about. His name is James Wright, JLW2000 on YouTube, HO scale product reviewer and so forth. And we've been pretty close. We go to train shows together, we travel together, we stay in the same hotel at times, we go out to eat, we actually work together at work. So we're actually doing stuff all together with each other a lot. And so he's now retiring and moving on to his next phase in his life, like I've already done. But he's moving out of town. The fun thing is, I get to move, along with him, all of his trains, all packed up in boxes, put it in a U-Haul trailer. We're driving to a friend's house and dropping it off to get it stored. And so I'm not going to tell you where that is because, it's a secret. And it's going to stay there until he finds his forever home, or until he gets some place to put it where he rents or whatever. He's not quite sure where he's going to end up being. He doesn't know if he's going to work, may not need to work. It's all up in the air. You're retired. You can do whatever you want if you can afford to do so. And so he's got a lot of changes going on in his life. It's affecting me a little bit because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Can I do all this by myself? Of course, I can do stuff a lot by myself. I'm pretty good at that. But I just don't have him around to share it with in some cases. I mean, he's come over to my house and did product reviews for N-Scale. I've helped him build his layout. I've helped him do a lot of things around his house that he didn't quite know how to do. And he's helped me with my YouTube channel and how to make videos and put stuff out there. And so he's helped me with that, and I really appreciate it. I'm going to give you a little story about James. I met James on the internet. Not the way you probably thought, but I met him on the internet because I was getting back into model railroading, and I was kind of curious as to how people were making layouts these days. You know, I'd put my stuff away for 25 years. Everything was just put on plywood. There was no foam involved with that, no construction foam, none of that. It was just, you know, cardboard and plaster and paper mache, whatever, those kind of things when we built our layouts. So I want to see what was different, what was upgraded. And so I ran into his videos. Ran into the video, how to build a model railroad from start to finish. And so I watched that whole series and kind of, you know, looked at some of the stuff he was doing. It's like, I could have probably done that better, but that's an interesting way of doing stuff. And so I just followed along and just got more interested. So I started watching more and more of his videos. And come find out, it's like, well, he's in the Air Force. And so, oh, he's in the Air Force. I didn't really know his name. And then I found out his name. I was like, okay, I figured it out. And then one day he said, hey, I'm not going to put a video this week. I've got a big inspection at work. And I went, wait a minute, I've got a big inspection at work. It's like, no way. Does he live here? And for the weirdest reason, I hadn't looked to find out if he was in the email system at all. Because he's in the Air Force, I should be able to find him. So I searched for him. And lo and behold, he worked in the same squadron I'm in. I'm like, no way. And I come found out he'd been walking behind me this whole time. You know, going back and forth between this one office. And I'm like, he's been walking behind me this whole time, and I've been watching his videos. You probably saw me watching him on my computer from time to time. Like, this is a little surreal. And so I looked him up, emailed him, and we became close friends. He came over to visit, and I was actually watching one of his videos when he came by. And, you know, it was just kind of weird, you know. But I got over that, and we're close friends. But I come to find out he was literally about 1/3 of a mile away from my house this whole time making these videos. It's like, this is a really small world. And after that, we've just been traveling around, helped him move his stuff into his new house, set up his layout, hang up shelving, driving him out to train shows. We share costs on hotels and food and all that good stuff, as friends should do, and collaborators. And so we share the expenses as much as we can, and made things happen. You know, so I appreciate what James has done for me and my channel, and what he's done for the railroad community as well, the model railroading community. And I'm glad to call him my friend. And I'm sure he feels the same way about me as well. I know he really appreciates some of the stuff most of the stuff, if not all of the stuff I've done for him. And I appreciate everything he's done for me too. So that's my story of how I met James. What's in the future for me? Well, going to be taking his trains down to a friend's house, and we're driving out here shortly, next week, I believe. And we are going to get rid of that stuff in preparation for his big move. Next, after that, I'm probably going to be going to Minnesota a couple times. There's a train show that I want to go to up there, and a layout visit. I do want to go to the N-Scale convention in June. There's also the National Train Show and an RPM meet in St. Louis this year, and also Train Fest in November. And I'll be there by myself. James ain't gonna make it there. This year was his last year, but I'm gonna go up there and do what I normally do. See what I want to see and record what I want to record just for you. And so that's what I have in plans for this year for those kind of things. Also, some of the videos I'm going to be putting out, well, let's see, I've got 1 bridge, 2 bridges, 3 bridges that I got to do videos on. And I have a layout to put together. I have scenery to put up. I have electrical to put down. I have a lot of stuff that I can do this year to show you how I'm doing all this. I'm really excited about this year because I'm finally getting my layout down to the point where it can really be used like I had always envisioned it to be done. I'm taking a long time to do it, but it's going to get done. And I need to get it done before I get too old, and too cranky, and have to tear it all down and build something that's at normal height, which may happen someday. But I don't know. I want to keep this up as long as I can and work on something more normal later. So that's what I have in store. Hope you enjoy. Leave a comment down below. Give me some ideas of what I can do this year. And as always, ManCavians, happy model railroading. Stay off those tracks. Bye. Now, where do you turn this thing off at? Oh yeah.